our students. The coveted NAC A++ accreditation, US 5-star rating, US iGauge climate rating, and a glorious past in US University Asia rankings place Manav Rachna on the big leagues of higher and school education. The thriving Manav Rachna community encompasses over 1,000 research scholars engaged in exploration across more than 30 diverse domains. State-of-the-art research and innovation facilities provide these scholars with an ideal platform to refine their practical acumen, encourage collaboration, nurture innovative ideas, and showcase their ingenuity. Notably, the campus houses pioneering Springer Nature Academic Research Lab. Manav Rachna's proud alumni base stands as a testament to the institution's impact. These distinguished MRIs have spearheaded transformative advances in their respective domains. At Manav Rachna, the art of growth, skill development, progress, and refinement is an ever-pervasive force, propelling forward-looking innovation.
Yeah. So you have already gone through our some glimpses of our Manav Rachna campus. So Manav Rachna Educational Institutions is actually a group of institutions which comprises of two universities. One is Manav Rachna International Institute of Research and Studies, and the second one is Manav Rachna University. And then we have 12 Manav Rachna International Schools, and we also have a joint partnership that's a Sweden partnership, that's Kunskapsskolan, again chain of schools across India. Then Manav Rachna also has a Center for Foreign Languages, wherein our students can go through complete certificate programs around Spanish, French, Japanese, and a few more. Also, Manav Rachna has a Center for Distance and Online Education, so that students who are maybe working or they want to parallelly add on to their degree, they can join this online education and pursue their degrees and certificate programs. Then we have a very strong Dr. O.P. Bhalla Foundation. This Dr. O.P. Bhalla Foundation is in fact a CSR arm, the Institute ISR arm, in fact, Institute Social Responsibility arm of Manav Rachna, wherein there are lots of initiatives being taken, be it sponsoring or scholarships for the students who want to study at Manav Rachna, to even helping the underprivileged, whether it is in terms of raising funds for their food, meals, or even giving knowledge to the underprivileged, making them enabled with various skills, and a very beautiful initiative which runs around girls is give them ribbons, right, which is around like hygiene for girls. And there are many more initiatives around sustainability, around some social causes that this Dr. O.P. Bhalla Foundation takes care of. Then we also have Manav Rachna Shooting Academy, and we are very much into sports. Then we have Radio Manav Rachna. We have a community radio station, and then we have Skilled India, which takes care of skills. And finally, one important wing with whom you are actually going to interact with, our Career Cafe, which is a career counseling and university guidance arm for Manav Rachna Educational Institutions. So a quick thing I wanted to use this platform to share was the Global Summer School. We are hosting this, Manav Rachna University is hosting this Global Summer School, which is open for students, international students also, from grade 9 to 12. This is happening in the university campus in the month of June. 16th to 23rd June is the dates. You can know more about this Global Summer School by going at our website, manavrachna.edu.in/global summer school. So I'll again repeat, manavrachna.edu.in/global summer school. You can have a complete look at the various domains that we are offering. If your students are interested in going ahead with that, we would be happy to even do virtual sessions to give you more clarity on this. But rather than wasting more time, let me hand over it to Ambika. Ambika Vasudev, who is our head university guidance for both the universities and the entire group of schools. So over to Ambika, and I'll request Ambika to briefly introduce herself also.
Thank you, Dr. Hanu, and thank you, Raviji, for giving me this platform to connect to my community in Indonesia. I am so happy and thrilled today to get in touch with so many counselors in a different country. We all understand that we all work so passionately to help students realize their career aspirations. So I am here to give and share my knowledge and experience with all of you so that it helps you develop those skills and techniques to help your students in career counseling. To quickly just give you a little bit about myself, I've written 2 books, Career on Mars and Confidence Mantras, which are available on Amazon. I'm a member of the ICAC, which is the International Association for College Admission Counselors, also IC3 and College Board. I've got certifications from University of California, Los Angeles, University of Pennsylvania, the ICEF, and International Baccalaureate. So all these certifications, membership, learnings actually help me perform my role very, very efficiently. So this is how I am going to share certain very, very important topics when it comes to counseling. The agenda for today's session is the number one is understanding the type of career decision makers. And moving on, we will talk about the exploring recent trends, and we will also see the scientific approach to career guidance, the emerging subject combinations. We will also see how you can develop yourself. I will be sharing some resources that you can use for your professional development. And moving on, we will be doing the reflection of what we learned. Now, this is a very, very age-old research by Professor Dinklage. I love to share it with my community that when you are helping students, you will see that all the students will fall in one of these categories. There are 4 types of career decision makers. The number one being the career delayer. I'm sure you might be meeting students in school and in your social network. Whenever you talk about career, whenever you talk about planning, they feel that it is too early. They procrastinate. Maybe they have some fear also. So because of any such reason, if somebody delays that initial important discussion, they are known as career delayers. The next category being career dependence. The career dependent is a student who is absolutely having no idea about what is their strength, what are their weaknesses. They always depend on others, their family, their teachers, their mentors, even their friends to help them take a career decision. You must have seen some students who would just take up a career that their friends have chosen. So they are the category, this category is called career dependent. The next category is career decider. Career decider is a category which is very, very influenced by by social media, by the Netflix series, and these students, they make impulsive career choices. So let's say one evening they watch a Netflix series and they see somebody as playing the role of a lawyer or any other such thing. Then what happens? They get influenced to such an extent that they decide, I want to get into this kind of career, which is a very, very critical and very, very risky space, because they do not know about themselves, but they decide their career based on other factors which are not important. The most important category is career developer, and every student should be in this category of the career developer. So if you find a student who is delaying or is sounding dependent on others for their career decision, or they are taking a decision on the basis of something which is not relevant, please help them to get into this category of career developer, where the students proactively research, they plan, they align their choices with their personal strengths and future trends. So these are the four categories of career decision makers, which is a research published by Professor Dinklage. Now let us look at the counseling trends. There are the counseling, and this is growing at a changing at a very, very rapid speed. There are new trends which are coming. The most important of them being the new study hubs are emerging. There are new study hubs which are emerging, looking at the geopolitical condition, looking at the economic condition of few countries. I don't want to name those countries. We all are aware of how the scenario is going on. But I would definitely want to share that these countries like Germany, UAE, Japan, Korea, and India, specifically India, I want to emphasize on India because India is now emerging as one of the biggest hubs of education in the world. And the very important another trend is sustainability and social values. If you look at the career decisions these days, these are the two values which really influence an education decision. We all are going through a phase where we know that the environment is in crisis. Even food is going vulnerable. What we are eating is something which we are not sure what kind of food we are eating. So everywhere, environment, social value, sustainability is actually influencing the education and career decision, which is very important also. And if you look at Manav Rachna, our logo and the motto written beneath the logo says, where sustainability drives globality, which means any organization which is working in tune with the sustainability goals is something we should always be careful as a counselor, that whenever we are recommending an institution to them, are we taking care that organization or that university or that institution is aligned with the sustainability goals or not? Then psychometric testing is gaining massive popularity. This is very important because the scientific way of going about career decisions, it's very important. Every student has got a level of aptitude. They have a personality orientation. They have some interest areas. So we should always make sure that whether we are using that scientific system and testing methodology to help our students, we at Career Cafe at Manav Rachna particularly make use of the psychometric testing. We have our own dashboard that really, really helps our students make right career decisions. Then, very important trend is liberal education. There are students who are not sure of what they want to do even after psychometric testing. Then liberal education gives them that liberty to learn into a multidisciplinary environment, which means if they want to combine two different streams, they want to study economics with physics, this is possible. and new age universities, especially like Manav Rachna, we have full focus and liberty for students to mix and match different subject combinations. Even if they are not sure, we allow them the undecided major also. So whenever you are as counselor looking at universities for your students, make sure that those universities follow the liberal education trends, and they also allow students to make informed career decisions. And there are multiple new age career domains that have emerged, and it is very important as counselor to keep track of those domains. And today I would like to share some more of such options so that you understand this more clearly. Before that, let us also understand why this psychometric testing is important. The psychometric testing actually helps in measuring the aptitude, personality, emotional quotient, and intelligence quotient along with the interest. It helps a student match their strengths with suitable career paths. And moreover, psychometric testing also helps in an objective and non-biased decision making. It reduces the fear of societal pressure. We all understand that as counselors, when we meet students and we meet parents, there are a lot of parents who put pressure on their children and on themselves that my child will only get into sciences, engineering, medical. But we know that it is not important for every child to get into sciences. There are many career options which are in humanities. There are many career options which are from commerce subjects, and they are equally promising, they are equally rewarding. They get salary which are at times even more than a doctor would earn. So let us as counselors make sure that we are using these scientific methodologies to make sure that we are making a non-biased decisions and helping our students in a very scientific way. And it also helps in making customized career plans. The report also shows us a group of options on the basis of which we can make the entire career plan or the roadmap, which means if a student wants to get into a top university in India or any other country, then we should focus on what kind of tests are required. If a student is preparing for those tests, there are a lot of organizations who are doing online sessions, virtual sessions to help students prepare for those entrance exams, for those uh, test preps which are required for admissions in top universities in any country, whether it is India or UK or Germany. There are tests which are required, so we should be aware of the scientific way of making a career decision, and also we should be aware of making a customized career plan and a roadmap. Now let us look at some new age combinations. We all know that the trends are changing and they are changing very fast. If we look at, and students are very much aware, they are on social media. Social media is circulating a lot of information regarding new career options, emerging careers, and we as career counselors should be aware of all those new age options. Now look at these very different combinations. How psychology and data science are related, how biology and artificial intelligence are related. Economics is related with environmental sciences, law with technology, business with social impact, entrepreneurship, right? So these are popular interdisciplinary streams. Now, when we say interdisciplinary streams, what does that mean? Which means some subject from sciences, some subject from IT, some subjects from commerce, they all come together. Law and technology is one of the very, very important combinations. And you should always make sure that whenever you are referring a course, they should be aligned with the goal and an outcome. If you
Ambika
look at
ma'am,
the
you could just speak.
emerging career domains,
Yeah, Ambika ma'am, you could just
yeah.
speak a bit slowly, ma'am, just to make sure everyone understands, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Sure, sure. So if you look at the emerging career domains, we see that there are options like UI, UX, which means, for example, when you are looking at this slide that I'm showing, it also is one of the examples of UI, UX, which means the user. Like, for example, Raviji just now pointed out that I should speak slow, which means the user interface has to be very much relevant for the audience, for someone who is listening to it. So, similarly, the design as a career domain should also be linked to the UI and UX. Then you look at the blockchain. Blockchain is also one of the emerging career domains. Space laws. So, how many of you just type in the chat box if you have heard the name of Tesla? Just type in the chat box if you have heard the name of the car or company called Tesla. Tesla, it's a very, so if you also know about something called colonization on Mars. So space, there are a lot of ways and means by which there are people who want to reach out to the space. Okay, so there are some laws which are specific to space, and there is a requirement, a very emerging career domain, which revolves around space laws. Similarly, we all use mobiles, we all use digital media. So previous to this age, we wanted health coach for physical fitness. We wanted counselors for emotional fitness. But now we also need digital health coach. These are some new age career domains which are picking up, which you should know about as a career counselor. You should also know about that there are universities who are open to considering undecided major. And what does that mean? If a student is not of what they want to pursue in higher education, they can come to a university with an undecided major. And we at Manav Rachna also support a student who is not clear, so that they come here, they experience some subjects, and then they take a final decision based on their personal relevance, personal fitment, because not all universities do that. So as a counselor, it is very important that you should help students with the universities who are flexible in curriculums, in supporting students, and this is very important. Now, as I promised in the beginning, that I will be sharing some resources with all of you. And all these resources are those resources which I have personally used to learn and to have those certifications in my CV. So it's very important. We all want to learn ever, because human beings feel good when they learn, they grow. So these are some of the links, and don't worry, I will be sharing the entire presentation with all of you so that you can click these links, learn for yourself, have those certifications, and tomorrow when you do these sessions in your community, you should also be able to write in with your name that I am certified from ICEF. I am certified from University of Pennsylvania. I have done a counseling program from UNICEF. So it really adds a lot of credibility to your name. It really gives you a lot of learning opportunity. So all these links, the entire presentation will be shared with all of you so that you can refer to all the learnings that we are doing today. And I would love to connect to someone who wants to connect to me individually so that I can also share personally and help all of you, because it is something which I strongly believe in: sharing, caring, and learning together and growing together. Because we all work for saving the future, for saving our youth, for giving them a direction, for giving them the right guidance so that tomorrow they make us proud. So I am there to always answer your queries, to help you with more information, sharing more resources, and feel free to reach out to me. This is what I wanted to share as a counselor, and I really wish that all of you make use of this information, make use of these resources to upgrade yourself, to learn and stay ahead of others, and also help your students prioritize the career outcomes, show them a path which is going to give them a roadmap to success. So, which means when we talk about the global education, India is coming out as one of the most priority locations for all the students across the globe. There are multiple international universities who are coming and setting up their campuses in India also, which means that Indian student, even there is something very important, that if a student gets an opportunity to be with someone who is good in knowledge, who is good in aptitude. Indian students are really good with their knowledge and with the aptitude levels. So if a student from an international country comes here, learns with them, they also start developing those skills gradually. And this is what we all as career counselors want to do for our students. And also make sure that you understand what type of career decision maker your student is, and request all of you to start using scientific psychometric testing to help your students make career decisions. And if you want to know more about psychometric testing and how you can help your students appear for psychometric tests, feel free to reach out to us. Ravi ji can connect you to our department, and we can give you all the resources, all the ways how you can use these testing methods, how you can learn for yourself, become more credible, become more knowledgeable, and stay ahead of rest of the world. Right? This is what I wanted to share. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is a great work. And the only way to do a great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs. This is what Steve Jobs said, and we all should, as counselors, we are so fortunate that we have an opportunity to show path to our children, to our students, and to the parents also, because at times you will see there is a gap between a student and a parent. So we have to fill that gap also. And the way to fill the gap is to have confidence in what you are saying. And when I say that I am confident on how we work here at Manav Rachna and what kind of career guidance and other support we give in-house and the learning environment that we give to our students, I don't want to say it just I also want you to meet one of our students who is going to share her experience, who is going to talk about her own first-hand experience of being here at Manav Rachna, and you will understand and listen from her own self. So I would now want to invite our student Lajna to come and talk to our team who's here, counselors from Indonesia.
My name is Leshna Omar Haile. I'm a student of Manufacturing International Institute of Research and Study. Also, I'm a student who take a course of BSc Microbiology. And today I'm going to discuss with you about the life experience at Manufacturing campus. First, the way that I got my admissions was a long story because I was in my country and I got an opportunity to meet one of the teachers who is an Kitma, and she explained it to me many things about university till I being attracted with it. Then I just asking for the admissions and started the processes till I be reached in Manavrashna. So after that, after reaching in Manavrashna, I experienced many things. For example, the life in Manavrashna, the warm campus life, Manavrashna offer lush greens, clean campus with well-maintained gardens, modern classes, high-quality labs, libraries, and hygienic cafeteria, creating a peaceful and inspiring environment for learning. As you know that many students or many parents need their child to have a good life when they are in a campus. So we get a good life here. We have good classes that we are using to study. We have good levels and qualities, which are making us to do well in our experiment, even if our campuses have a good environment that maintain our mind to be clearly every time and continue with our study without anything. I mean, in peace. Okay. Also, there's a hostel safe. In the hostel, it's secure, well managed, and feel like at home, away from home. Meals are provided on time, and the warden are careful and supportive. The overall atmosphere is friendly and respectful, regardless of culture, religion, or colors. As we know that when you travel from one country to another, there's a hardness for us. For example, the environment, even the care, we can say we can get a care like we are at home as our parents care of us, but in Maharashtra, we just thank them. They just took care of us as their child, so we are just feeling as we are at home. Even if at our religion, there's no religion, maybe they can say as you are just a Christian, we can stay with you, or you are just a Muslim, because no, even a color, we are just staying all together as we are families. Also, in a meal, yeah, we get a good meal, on time. So we are just to think of them about this. Also in cultural connection, I feel connected to homes through shared foods like pilau, biryani, chapati, and chai, and celebrating celebration like Eid. There's a visible harmony between culture, including both Muslim and Christian community. As we know that most of the countries, foods are related. As I say here, in my country, I'm from Tanzania, so we are just eating pilau, biryani, chapati, and chai. So even if we go in India, also in celebration, last 2 days we are celebrating Eid with our fellows, so it was good. Even religion also they have Muslims, even Christian. I'm Muslim, so I've been with my fellow Muslim discussing something. So it is really I'm proud to be here because I'm feel as I'm at home. Also, a safe and respectful society, Indian feels secure with a visible presence of police and traffic system that ensure safety. People are respectful and helpful, especially in markets and public areas. I've been going outside for many times, so I've seen how the environment, even traffic system there are good, even a police. Everywhere that you are going, you will see a police station, even a police in the roads. Also, kindness of people. The people are kindly, even if when you need something, when you ask them, they will just give you a polite request. It's just like you are at home, so you are talking with your fellows. They are not maybe making, you're not from here, so we can talk with you. We're just using English, even others, they are not good at English, but we're just speaking with them friendly. They are just to give us good treatment, so it is good. Also, affordability and healthcare, like healthcare is essential, like food, shelters, and healthcare are cost effective. Hospitals are well equipped and have highly qualified doctors. Yeah, this is truly because in this month ago there was a coldness. There's winter, so I got something makes me have a sick, so I was having some problems. So I went to see a doctor and get a good treatment, but till now I thank my God, even I thank my teachers with doctors who helped me to get my uh issues. They are good in health, good shelters, they are really good. Also opportunity and growth. In India is a global hub for industries, and entrepreneurship. The university provided internship and build for professional futures. As you know that when you need to study and when you go somewhere out of at home, so we are just getting many things. For example, here, there's some pictures we were with Indonesia people. We were discussing about how our university is. Even if there's another picture here, we are just being with like a cartoon here, but we went somewhere there was a ranging shooting. So we went there with just celebrating. And there is another picture here, just like a student, they were in a labs, yeah. We were in a lab and we were learning about a Drosophila. No, we are just learning about zebrafish. So we went in another campus to learn about zebrafish. We are just being prouded because we just learned many things about them. Even if here we were in a class, we get a lecture and we just get many things from them. So I would like to thank my teachers with my warden because they are just took good care of us. They make sure that we get a good education, a good life. So thank you very much.
So thank you, Rachna, for sharing your experience. Now, we would love to answer any questions that you have regarding career counseling, regarding psychometric testing, or regarding life at Manav Rachna.
Oke, jadi Bapak Ibu, ma'am, I'll also just be here. Oke, jadi Bapak Ibu, tadi udah ada sesi yang dari Ibu Ambika, yang tadi kan udah di-sharing informasi tentang counseling techniques. Dan juga kita baru juga dengar dari salah satu siswi ya, namanya Lajna dari Tanzania yang lagi belajar di sana dan dia kan sharing pengalaman dia di universitas karena mereka ada counseling teknik yang mereka dilakukan untuk semua siswa-siswi yang dari banyak negara yang datang ke Manarachna. Ma'am Ambika, before we go into the Q&A session, may I know how many students you'll have from international from how many international countries do you have students, ma'am?
Yeah. So many countries. This is actually, I would request Dr. Hanu to answer this because
Yeah, just check.
Yeah, it will be a good
just
thing
checking
for
the
the
exact number. There are multiple countries because since I'm taking care of Career Cafe. So we are just
okay.
checking and getting back with the exact number of countries. There are multiple countries. So
Sure. And how many students you'll have at the same time, ma'am? It'll be nice for for the participants.
20 plus countries
Okay.
and 200 plus students in this year.
Okay. Jadi Bapak Ibu,
Yes,
yang kita lagi nunggu untuk informasinya,
got
tapi
Raviji.
ada nggak Bapak Ibu yang ingin mau ditanyakan? Silakan. If you have any questions, Bapak Ibu, bisa ditanya. You can ask using chat box, or you can use also you can unmute yourself. You can ask the question. You can ask in English. You can also ask in Bahasa Indonesia, Bapak Ibu. Don't worry about it. I will help you in translation. Ya. Silakan Bapak Ibu. Jika ada Bapak Ibu ingin mau tanyakan, silakan.
Raviji, we have 200, over 200 students from 20 plus countries in this,
Okay.
and especially these last 2 or 3 years, especially this current year that's running, we have 20 plus students from 20 plus countries and more than 200 students are there on campus.
Oke. Jadi Bapak Ibu ada lebih dari 200 siswa-siswi internasional ya, dari 20 negara termasuk Lajna tadi. Dia ada dia adalah siswi dari Tanzania. Ya, dia pakai jilbab ya Bapak Ibu, tapi dia di sana dan dia senang sekali yang dia lagi belajar di sana. Oke, Bapak Ibu, sebelum kita ada sesi tanya jawab, saya ingin disampaikan terima kasih banyak Bapak Ibu yang hadir hari ini dan juga untuk Bapak Ibu yang sudah gabung sama kita lewat YouTube. Minta maaf Bapak Ibu karena tadi banyak yang mau masuk ke Zoom tapi tidak bisa, makanya kita udah buka dengan kita udah hadapi situasi ini, makanya kita sudah buka YouTube channel juga. Dan di YouTube channel juga ada banyak peserta yang sudah gabung. Semua pesertanya dapat sertifikat ya Bapak Ibu. Mereka dapat sertifikat. Mudah-mudahan Bapak Ibu sudah daftarkan ke link ya, link yang sosialisasi India. Silakan Bapak Ibu didaftarkan. Ya, nanti kita dikirimkan sertifikat ke semuanya Bapak Ibu ya. Jadi tolong didaftarkan itu. Yang pertama. Yang kedua Bapak Ibu sekarang adalah yang tentang sesi tanya jawab. Jika ada Bapak Ibu ingin mau ditanyakan, silakan. Ya, Bapak Ibu bisa raise hands ya, Ibu Dwi terima kasih. Atau juga bisa pakai chat box ya Bapak Ibu yang lain. Silakan you can ask questions using chat box also. Ya,
Sama-sama
silakan
Mr.
Ibu Dwi.
Raffi. Terima kasih.
Yes, Ibu Dwi.
Terima kasih Bapak Ibu sudah bergabung. Semoga ini jadi informasi ya buat kita semua. Thank you, Miss, for your information. University in India. We hope is so much for join with your university. Oke, Mr. Raffi, makasih ya.
Ya.
Terima kasih Bapak
Ya,
Ibu.
terima kasih Ibu. Ya,
Dan
thank you so much Ibu Dwi. Ya. Dan juga Bapak Ibu, we will share a copy of the PowerPoint of Ma'am Ambika. We will share it to you by email, right? So we hope all of you all have registered to the email address. Ya Bapak Ibu, jadi sudah daftar ya Bapak Ibu, semuanya sudah didaftarkan. Jadi ya silakan Bapak Ibu yang belum daftar tolong didaftarkan. Mungkin saya bisa dikirimkan ke link Zoom di chat box, tapi juga yang tim saya yang ada di YouTube juga tolong dikirimkan yang link sosialisasi. Jika Bapak Ibu yang belum daftar silakan didaftarkan. Jadi kita kirimkan yang lewat email, kita kirimkan yang semuanya Bapak Ibu.
Enggak ada link absen belum di-share.
Ya.
Mr. Raffi,
Oke,
may
ada lagi Bapak
I
Ibu?
ask some question?
Oh,
Yes, ma'am, please.
Yeah. Okay. Previously, I apologize for not being able to activate the camera. I'm interested in the issue of career decision making. My question is, there are several factors that influence career decision in students. But among all these factors, what factors most influence career decision in individuals? That's my question, Miss.
Okay.
Oh,
So there are multiple factors, and the most important factors being, so we always encourage selecting universities or educational institutions which are best fit, which means best fit in terms of not all top institutions are meant for every student. So, depending upon the profile of the student, then you choose then it comes ranking of the university, the course curriculum, is it aligned with the career goal, what is the cost and investment that a student wants to make on education, which country they want to go to, do they also want to work in the country in which they are going to study, then what is the weather condition, how is the safety index of that country. There are multiple parameters which are important to be considered while making a choice of country, course, and then the college. So, you should make a chart, a comparison chart. So, we generally, what we do is we divide it into three segments. The first segment is the aspirational list, which means those colleges which are very highly ranked, a little difficult to get into, they are put in the aspirational list. The second one is the target list. The last one is called safety list. So you should always divide colleges into aspirational, target, and safety, and then help students in preparing for exams, entrance exams, to qualify for application in those colleges. I hope that answers your question, or please let me know if you have any other point which is left unanswered.
Okay,
Ibu
thank
Dwi,
you.
is it
Yeah,
okay, Bu, Ibu Dwi?
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for the explanation, ma'am.
Thank you, most welcome.
Thank you. Ada lagi Bapak Ibu yang karena kita hari ini Bapak Ibu yang guru BK kita ada dari 38 provinsi Bapak Ibu. So, ma'am, just to inform you, we have counselors from all the 38 provinces of Indonesia. They are from different parts of Indonesia. And yes, so some of the, 100 could join on the Zoom, but many of them have joined through the YouTube. So, ya, jadi Bapak Ibu ada pertanyaan, silakan Bapak Ibu yang bisa ditanyakan using chat box atau juga Bapak Ibu bisa lewat yang bisa unmute, ya langsung bisa ditanyakan. Bisa aktifin kamera juga ya Bapak Ibu jika mau, silakan. Oke, ini ada pertanyaan dari Pak Jones Siregar. Ya, salam kenal Pak Jones and thank you so much. Pak Jones adalah dari SMA Negeri 4 Medan dari Sumatera Utara. Terlihat kepedulian siswa pada diri dan masa depannya semakin rendah. Bagaimana cara mengatasi karena kita guru pun banyak mendapat batasan-batasan membarasi kita untuk memberikan tindakan pembinaan dan pada mereka. Okay, ma'am, this is regarding this is a question from this is actually from Pa Jones. He's one of the counselor in Medan. So he's saying that today's students how they are. The current generation of students are not very easy to handle, and moreover, we as counselors we have our own limitations, right? So what do you think we should do? What we could do so that the students can understand, or they can probably and they would understand us. Your views, ma'am.
Okay. So I always feel that whenever we give right information at the right time, sometimes we uh, come out, we imagine ourselves in their shoes. We will see that the students are actually, they will get confused. The kind of information they get from social media, from outside, is so much that it is very overwhelming for them to actually think about and decide on careers. So, as counselors, it is important to give the hand holding and right information at the right time. So, I would highly recommend all the counselors to to continuously learn, do certifications, keep yourself updated, create resources for the students, and keep sharing it with them on regular basis. This is what we as counselors can do. At least we will be happy that we have done the best of what we could do to help and support them. Rest, of course, the students have, we should encourage them and meet parents also, because it's very, very important to involve and engage parents in the process, because ultimately these students are not the decision makers at this age. Most of the times we see parents are the decision makers. So we should also include parents in the discussion and start working on resources. I have created a lot of resources. If anyone wants a list of new age career options, if any kind of resource you want, you can reach out to me. I can help you with the resources.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, I'll just help you with translating this little bit so that I just want to make sure everyone understands. Jadi Bapak Ibu yang seperti tadi yang Ibu Ambika disampaikan, yang pertanyaan dari Pak Jonas, ya kita harus dukung ya Bapak Ibu, kita kan harus dukung siswa-siswi kita dengan resource-resourcesnya, dan kita sendiri ya Bapak Ibu, kita sendiri harus memperkatkan yang ilmuwan kita, dan seperti tadi yang Ibu Ambika sudah disampaikan, ada banyak kursus ya Bapak Ibu, ada banyak kursus dan sertifikasi yang kita sebagai guru BK, kita bisa belajar Bapak Ibu, dan itu semuanya gratis ya Bapak Ibu, nggak semuanya kena biaya. Ya, itu kan ada di dalam presentasinya, itu kan ada banyak sertifikasi-sertifikasi. Jadi itu bisa membantu kita, jadi kita bisa mengerti siswa-siswi kita dan kita bisa membantu mereka Bapak Ibu. Jadi intinya ya memang generasi sekarangnya beda, kompetisi juga lagi tinggi ya Bapak Ibu sekarang. Jadi mungkin mereka kan mungkin bisa, maaf kalau saya bilang mungkin kurang percaya diri juga karena kompetisinya tinggi dan mungkin untuk cari kerja juga agak susah. Tapi itu adalah Bapak Ibu, itu adalah jabatan kita sebagai counselor, kita harus membantu. Kita juga harus belajar, kita juga harus membantu siswa-siswi kita. Jadi ke depan mereka bisa lebih bagus. Ya, mungkin itu ya Pak Jonas yang mau disampaikan. Mudah-mudahan sudah jelas ya Pak untuk pertanyaan. Ma'am, the next question is actually from Ibu Tri Sutris Nayati. Her question is, bagaimana cara kita sebagai guru BK untuk mengatasi siswa yang tidak mau peduli kepada diri sendiri? Ma'am, how do we handle students, right, who do not believe in themselves or who are not disciplined by themselves, especially in those students? What do you think we should be, what can we do as a counselors?
Again, connecting them to the students, giving them more one-on-one time. If there are some students that you, because all of them will not be like this. There are some who will be like this. You should try and give them more time, spend time, understand what is their concern, because I'm sure the root cause must be something different. Why it is just a reaction of what they are having inside. Try to find out and address the root cause of why they are so ignorant about their own self, about their career, why that is not important for them. Get into the why of and find out the reason and try to solve that deeper reason or the root cause of that child behaving like this. I'm sure this will definitely help you and the child evolve, and they will understand your conversations, your communication in a better way when you connect a little deeper with them, if the child is behaving in such a way. We have found out in many situations that at times children are not able to share that immediately. So we have to spend more time with such children who are totally ignorant, and we see that there is a very clear reason somewhere which is important to be addressed. So as counselors, it is our duty to address that deeper reason and help that child evolve and grow in life.
Oke, jadi Bapak Ibu, what Ibu Ambika baru disampaikan adalah tanggung jawab kita ya Bapak Ibu sebagai guru BK adalah kita harus membantu siswa-siswi kita. Ya, kalau siswa-siswi yang mereka disiplin atau kurang disiplin atau mereka nggak peduli sendiri juga itu tanggung jawab kita ya Bapak Ibu karena sebagai orang apa sebagai guru BK-nya. Nah, untuk yang siswa-siswi yang mungkin yang seperti tadi yang Ibu Tri disampaikan yang mungkin eh, tidak peduli sama sendiri, artinya ini ada sesuatu Bapak Ibu. Itu kan ada sesuatu yang ada hubungan mungkin dengan kehidupan dia, mungkin ada dengan keluarga atau ada sesuatu, pasti ada alasannya. Jadi makanya Ibu Ambika disampaikan kita harus diberikan waktunya lebih ke siswa-siswi seperti itu, di mana kita dipanggil siswa-siswinya seperti itu, kita harus diberikan waktunya lebih banyak, diskusi dengan mereka, sebagai teman, kita tanyain sama mereka apa yang ada, pasti ada alasannya, nggak mungkin tidak ada alasan. Jadi sebagai guru BK kita harus duduk sama mereka, diberikan banyak waktu, kita ditanyakan sama siswa-siswi tersebut ada apa. Jadi kalau dia bisa benar-benar bisa disampaikan ke kita, baru Bapak Ibu sebagai guru BK benar-benar bisa membantu. Tapi untuk itu memang itu bukan yang gampang ya Ibu Tri dan Bapak Ibu guru BK-nya, tapi memang itu sulit. Tapi itu adalah jabatan kita. Ya, itu kita harus we have to be more patient. Ya, kita kan harus diberikan banyak waktu ke mereka dan kita harus coba bagaimana kita bisa membantu. Jadi itu ya Bu, Ibu Tri yang mau disampaikan. Dan tadi ada teknik-tekniknya tadi udah disampaikan. Ya mungkin itu yang kita bisa dilakukan juga sekalian. Ya, oke. Oke, ini ada Ibu Lia Eva Susanti. Terima kasih Bu untuk gabung acara kita. Terima kasih. The next question, ma'am, is actually from Pak Allen Sten Saputra from SMA Negeri 2 Sirenja. Bagaimana meyakinkan siswa bahwa beasiswa ini sangat membantu mereka dan beasiswa ini benar benar-benar ada dan nyata untuk pendidikan mereka lebih lanjut. Okay, ma'am, this is actually one question is that there is a scholarship program, right, as it was mentioned. So is it really good for the students? Yeah, maybe if I can answer, ma'am, that Pak Allen, ini kan ada program beasiswa ya, Pak, karena Bapak disampaikan ini ada program beasiswa. Ini memang ini ada program beasiswa dan juga adalah sampai 60% ya Pak yang tadi saya dengar itu kan ada 60%. Mungkin bagaimana itu bisa membantu ya kita bisa diberikan semua informasi Pak Alen kita bisa dikirimkan dan jika perlu ada pertemuan dengan seperti tadi yang ada siswi namanya Lajna dari Tanzania mereka kan ya ada banyak siswa-siswinya Pak Alen. Jadi kita bisa ketemu, kita kan bisa ada Zoom meeting, kita bisa diskusi dengan mereka, dan saya yakin Pak itu kan ada yang itu kan pasti ada yang hal baik untuk siswa-siswi kita. Dan sekalian Bapak Ibu karena ini ada pertanyaan dari Pak Allen mau disampaikan kita dari Pendidikan India Bapak Ibu ada banyak program beasiswa Bapak Ibu. Jadi silakan jika Bapak Ibu ingin mau ditanyakan mungkin ya bisa ditanyakan langsung sama kita atau juga bisa di ini Bapak Ibu nanti bisa di ini. Tapi juga Bapak Ibu, kita juga bikin satu grup WA ya Bapak Ibu. Kita bikin satu grup WA. Ya, kita bikin satu grup WA di mana yang semua informasi Bapak Ibu yang tentang sesi hari ini, tentang sertifikat dan lain-lain, itu semuanya kita di-share di dalam grup WA ini. Jadi sebentar Bapak Ibu, saya mau dibikin yang saya dikirimkan di link di chat box. Jadi silakan Bapak Ibu bisa didaftarkan atau bisa digabung ya Bapak Ibu di grup WA. Dan di sana jika ada pertanyaan seperti Pak Allen mau ditanyakan tentang apa namanya tentang beasiswa atau apa, silakan Bapak Ibu bisa ditanyakan. Intinya kita mau sharing informasi sebanyak mungkin ke Bapak Ibu semua dan mudah-mudahan itu bisa membantu kita semuanya. Sebentar ya Bapak Ibu, saya kirim link di chat box. Sebentar Bapak Ibu, just give me 1 minute.
Apanya? Ngapain dia? Ya grup ya.
Sebentar ya Bapak Ibu, maaf karena ada banyak telepon juga masuk, saya minta maaf sebentar.
So
Ya, sebentar Bapak Ibu. There you go, I got the link. Oke, mungkin saya minta tim saya yang ada di YouTube juga silakan kirimkan the link yang grup WA-nya tolong dikirimkan ke semuanya. Jadi jika ada Bapak Ibu guru BK yang mau ikut, ya mereka bisa diikutkan. Ya, Bapak Ibu,
Ya,
saya
ya, ya.
sudah dikirim link ya, Bapak Ibu, udah dikirimkan di chat box. Silakan Bapak Ibu jika ingin mau digabung, silakan digabung dan kita pasti membantu semua Bapak Ibu dengan informasi ya. Bukan cuma tentang beasiswa tapi ada hal-hal yang lain juga pasti akan kita membantu. Oke, kita udah dikirimkan. Oke, ini ada pertanyaan lagi di chat box tapi yang Pak Suhas sudah raise hands. Silakan Pak Suhas langsung bisa unmute dan ditanyakan Pak.
Okay. I'm
Ya,
Subhas
Ma'am
from.
Ambika, you there, ma'am?
Pardon me.
Sebentar ya Pak. Ma'am Ambika.
I like to know. I often look for free college link, but most of them only offer free learning, but have to pay for diploma. Please explain.
Pak Suhas, maaf, can you repeat your question, Pak? Maaf, tadi suaranya putus-putus, Pak. So sorry.
I often look for free college link, but most of them only offer free learning, but have to pay for diploma. Please explain.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah. So,
Yeah, ma'am.
Daviji,
Yes, please.
I think what he's asking is there are a lot of colleges who generally offer free courses, but they end up in diploma only. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so but there are countries where you actually have completely degree also free, but there are language barriers. You need to learn the language of that country to actually learn in their country's language to get free access to free education. Germany being one of those countries, if your child, if your student knows their language, they can get access to 100% free degree programs, not just diplomas. Start researching. The link that I shared, ICEF, the resources that I shared for all the counselors to do certifications, also has a link to know more about Germany. Please link on that resource, click on that link and learn more about that. In case you don't get complete information, feel free to reach out to me. I can personally get in touch with you and share all the information that I have regarding free education.
Yeah. Is it okay,
Thank you.
Pak Suhas? Ya. Jadi Bapak Ibu yang paling penting adalah ada banyak yang Bapak Ibu ada banyak kesempatan ya Bapak Ibu dan nggak semuanya harus ada biaya Bapak Ibu ya. Itu kan nggak semuanya harus biaya, ada banyak yang kita bisa dapat kalau saya bisa bilangin gratis juga ya Bapak Ibu. Ini ada kesempatannya ya. Jadi mungkin Pak Suas itu ya Pak. Jadi mungkin nanti itu kan yang PowerPoint yang nanti kita dikirimkan ada informasi ya Pak. Tapi selain itu jika Bapak tetap mau informasi lebih detail, ya silakan Pak, Bapak bisa digabung di grup WA atau juga nanti bisa dikirimkan informasi ini apa yang Bapak dibutuhkan nanti kita bisa dijawabkan Pak. Mungkin itu ya Pak Suas mau disampaikan. Terima kasih. Thank you. Oke, pertanyaan
Raviji?
berikutnya. The next question is actually from Ibu Khairunisa. I believe she's a counselor. The question is bagaimana dengan tindakan guru kelas? One second, ma'am. I'll just tell you what exactly is the question. 1 minute.
And Raviji, you can also share these social media handles and request them to tag Manav Rachna and Career
Yes, ma'am.
Cafe.
Sure. Okay, ma'am, the questions are what about the actions of the homeroom teachers or the homeroom teachers who always want to fire students when there is a problem? Always in a conflict, the counseling teachers from whom the firing student is one of the characters assassinations is they feel very disappointed, right? While the children need further education. So what do you think the counselor should do in such situations?
So this is very important that sometimes there might be a clash between the teacher and the counselor at times regarding a student, because counselor is always a protective and a very motherly, no matter which gender we are from, we are very, very protective for our students. But at times it is important to take stance even as a counselor, when we realize that why this kind of a harsh step is taken by the homeroom coordinator and why this child is actually being coming into focus. So as counselors, we have to look at the whole situation holistically. So that ways, I'm sure all of us as counselors take care of that, and we make sure that our students. So here at Manav Rachna, this is one thing very, very important. We have a special wing, a special segment or a department which is called Manovritti, wherein a student who is dealing with anything very critical, not able to handle themselves emotionally, they can reach out and they can meet the counselor, and the counselor takes care of them and makes sure that the student gets into a positive state of mind and emotions. And this is what we are really proud of. And every counselor, while making a choice of an institution, should make sure that they should make sure and to check that what kind of counseling and mental health or emotional well-being support is being offered at campus. And this is how, as counselors, we have to deal with critical situations in life.
Oke, ya jadi Bapak Ibu itu udah jelasin ya Bapak Ibu yang dari uh, Ibu Ambika. Ma'am, the next question is actually about students nowadays. They're addicted to handphones, right? So they're using their cell phones and they have no longer enthusiasm to study. So what, as a counselor, as a guidance and counselor, what do you think we can do?
It is very important to do some time management sessions with the students and do some digital detox sessions. It's a very, very common phenomena now. The young generation is really addicted to digital social media, and it is the series or the content that they watch. It is actually addictive. It is also based on human psychology. So it is not that we should blame them. They are just that they get into the trap the moment we get to realize that the student is getting into the trap. It is when we should start taking, or in fact proactively start taking some steps or developing that culture. Parents are equally involved into it. So if at home a student goes back home and sees their parent sitting with the mobile in hand all the time, what example we are setting? So it is a very, very broad and a very common problem across the globe, but it requires a very intelligent and very innovative solution, because it is again the responsibility of the parent and teachers to create that environment so that they have more options to look forward to. When we say that don't use mobile, what is the option that we are giving them? Do they have an option to go for some sports? Do they have an option to play some games? So it is important to create more options for students, for children, so that when we say that leave technology, then what to indulge into? So all this is going to help creating a culture at home, at school, at other places, and then also giving them more options to choose from. Reading could be one of those. Playing sports could be one of those. Of course, music could be one of those. Yoga, meditation. Multiple options are there. So we should create that healthy environment and opportunities for students if we want them to flourish in life.
Baik, thank you, ma'am. Ya, jadi Bapak Ibu yang tadi yang Ibu Ambika disampaikan itu biasa ya Bapak Ibu, sekarang generasi sekarang semuanya yang pakai HP ya, jadi mereka mungkin kurang semangat ya untuk pelajarannya. Jadi Bapak Ibu, kita kan yang seperti tadi Ibu Ambika bilangin ada yang detox ya. Ya, detox yang kita dilakukan harus ada namanya yang detox digital atau detox yang HP-nya, di mana kita harus diberikan batasan waktu dan juga kita harus minta membantu orang tua, karena sekarang kita kelihatannya apa yang orang tua dilakukan anaknya juga dilakukan yang sama. Dan memang jujur ya Bapak Ibu, kita sebagai orang tua, kita juga yang di mana-mana ya kita selalu pakai handphone. Jadi kalau kita lagi nonton juga kita nonton apa, kita kan lagi pakai handphone. Ya jadi intinya itu mulai dari kita sendiri ya Bapak Ibu, dan mungkin dengan anak-anak yang ada yang kendala yang selalu yang nonton HP, ya mungkin kita harus diberikan kesempatan mereka untuk aktivitasnya. Mungkin mereka suka apa, mungkin main bola, atau mungkin yang mereka mau pakai yang mungkin yang mau pakai HP nih ya, untuk bukan HP maksudnya yang music. Jadi cara gimana mereka benar-benar itu mereka bisa dipikirkan yang hal lain kecuali yang handphone. Memang itu perlu waktu ya Bapak Ibu, tapi itu mungkin mulainya awalnya dari kita. So itu that was the ma'am, that was actually the question from 1 minute. That was actually the question from Ibu Ade Irma Ritonga from SMA Yapim Dolok Masihul. Okay, ma'am, the next question we have is actually from another one counselor.
Can I ask
So,
again?
This one is yeah,
Raviji,
this is yeah,
we can take this last question, and then whatever further questions you can, they all can feel free to mail it to me, and we are
okay.
happy to connect to them, answer these questions. And of course, whenever I have next plans to travel to Indonesia, I will definitely come and meet all of you. And this is really, really, a privilege to connect to my community in Indonesia. And yes, let's have this last question, and you can share my email address with all of them. They can write to me, they can get in touch with me, and I can share resources, I can answer their queries. And there are multiple innovative ways of handling this young generation and guiding them towards careers.
Oke, sure. Jadi Bapak Ibu karena waktunya terbatas, kita yang ada pertanyaan yang terakhir ya Bapak Ibu minta maaf, tapi ya tetap yang Bapak Ibu yang sudah dikirimkan ya minta maaf ya Bapak Ibu, tapi tolong Bapak Ibu nanti kita di dalam grup WA-nya kita dikirimkan yang alamat email atau ada kontaknya, ya nanti silakan Bapak Ibu bisa dikirimkan dan pasti Ibu Ambika yang pasti yang dijawabkan. Okay, ma'am, the last question is actually from Ibu Mentari.
Can I ask again?
Ibu Mentari Harifa from SMKN 1 Aman Raya. I'm not sure from which part of Indonesia this is. But the question is, how about the counseling teachers? They deal with students who experience bullying, bullying from their own friends, because these are students who are not confident because it's a non-verbal violence which they go through. So what as counselors we can do for that?
It is again emotional, a disturbance in the emotional state when something like bullying happens with a student. So very cautiously, very carefully, it's just that with time and with that care and attention and talking to them, helping them become stronger and bold to face, because in life there could be multiple ways. It is just one of the incidents, but life sometimes for someone might be even more critical. So getting ready to face the real world, to face and deal with all of that. So it is just that whenever you find somebody like this, talk to them, understand their concerns, give them meditation could be one of the very, very good ways to become more powerful mentally and emotionally, because ultimately you have to find your own way. Others can support you, be with you in this journey, but it's ultimately your own journey. So I would really suggest, I can even recommend my book. As I shared in the beginning, I've written a book on this, strengthening the emotional state. The name of the book is Confidence Mantras. You can buy this on Amazon. It has got useful tips. It has got really, really important small steps that you can take in day-to-day life. You can refer it to your students so that they become more confident to deal with life and critical situations.
Okay. Okay, so Bapak Ibu yang for the other questions, for all the other counselors, we apologize due to the limitation of time. We are not able to answer the question, but again, we request you all to please join the group, or else we'll also share you the numbers and the contact details of Ma'am Ambika. You can definitely get in touch with her. I can tell you, Ma'am Ambika is very passionate in education, and I'm sure she'll be very happy to help all the counselors here. So please feel free to let us know. Okay. Ma'am Ambika, you want to say something, ma'am, before we end today's session? Anything last you'd like to say something?
Of course, I would really want to thank you, Raviji, and all the counselors. It was really a nice feeling for me to share my learning and my experiences and the resources so that we all grow together. It's a very close-knit community. I get lot of opportunities to go travel around the world, be with my community. So it is a privilege that today it's more than 150 counselors from Indonesian community that I could really connect to and share my work. Look forward to sometimes being there at Indonesia, meeting all of you, connecting to you, and making sure that we all grow together, because what we are doing is something very important, very critical. We are giving a direction to the youth. We are giving them helping them with deciding their career paths and being a part of their journey to success. So all of us are together. I am with all of you. Anytime you want to connect, you want to know, you want to learn, you want to share. We are at Manav Rachna. We are always there. Manav Rachna is a very strong community in itself. So even if your students are coming to Manav Rachna, you can feel the bond. You heard the student yourself. You saw that the student herself was sharing the kind of safety, the kind of cleanliness, the kind of hygiene we have in at when it comes to food, water, and the high level of education. So it is one of the top institutions in India, as India is an emerging country, and economically also, it's India is a very emerging developed sort of economy now. Everyone is looking at India as a destination and Manav Rachna as one of the destinations. We are here to be with your students, be with you. Anytime you're coming to India, feel free to come here, visit us, meet us, and we would love to be connected to all of you. Thank you,
Okay.
Raviji. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Ma'am, we could stop sharing the screen so that I can have all the participants. I can see all the participants. Thank you. Okay, so Bapak Ibu, that was today's session. Thank you so much once again on behalf of all the counselors. Let's give a round of applause for Ma'am Ambika, everyone. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for the wonderful session, ma'am. We really enjoyed it. Ma'am, I'm sure there are many queries coming in that we would like to have a copy of the presentation. So I would request you, ma'am, if you can just share that with us so that then we will share it with all the counselors, right? And also other details, ma'am, as many resources you have for the counselors, please let us know. We'll be very happy to share that and let the counselors, in Indonesia also learn, let them also help the students. It's a continuous, as you mentioned, it's a continuous learning cycle. We all keep learning, right, which we need to do. So we would request that. So terima kasih banyak Bapak Ibu yang ikutin dari semua provinsinya. Yang ada banyak Bapak Ibu, tapi saya bisa lihat ada Ibu Wayuni karena saya kenal Ibu Wayuni. Terima kasih banyak ya Ibu Wayuni dari Jambi yang ikut, dan juga terima kasih banyak ya Bu tadi yang dibantu karena ada kendala apa Zoom-nya, tapi Ibu yang membantu. Thank you so much Bu, I really appreciate that Bu. Terima kasih banyak.
You are
Dan
welcome.
juga terima kasih banyak untuk para guru BK yang hadir dari semua provinsi ya Bapak Ibu. Kalau nggak salah ada dari semua 38 provinsi. Kita mohon maaf jika ada kekurangan atau kesalahan. Tapi ya Bapak Ibu, yang intinya adalah kita mau sharing ya Bapak Ibu. Kita mau sharing informasi yang apa yang ada, dan kita harap itu bisa membantu semuanya. Kita udah bikin grup WA, silakan Bapak Ibu yang ingin mau gabung, silakan digabung di grup. Nanti kita akan dikirimkan yang PowerPoint. We will also have certificates, Bapak Ibu, dari Manav Rachna. We will have the certificates yang nanti kita dikirimkan. Mudah-mudahan Bapak Ibu sudah didaftarkan ke emailnya atau udah join di grup WA. Nanti kita bisa membantu jadi sertifikat bisa dikirimkan. Sekali lagi terima kasih banyak. Thank you so much Ma'am Ambika. Thank you so much also to Dr. Hanu and everyone. Salam sehat semuanya. Selamat siang. A very good afternoon and thank you everyone. Makasih.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ya, Bapak Ibu boleh kita ambil foto bersama. Can we have a group photograph together? So I think that will be nice. Bapak Ibu, so we can have a group photograph. So silakan Bapak Ibu bisa nyalain kamera. Ya, Ya, we can all activate our cameras, Bapak Ibu. Ya, mungkin ada tim saya yang apakah ada yang Berta, Nathan, or anyone is there in the group? Oke, kalau tidak ada, I can help myself. Nggak apa-apa, Bapak Ibu. Silakan Bapak Ibu yang mau nyalain kamera. Bapak Ibu, karena kita sudah selesai pilkada, udah selesai pemilu, jadi saya berani untuk bilangin Bapak Ibu, kita pakai yang ini ya Bapak Ibu. India, Indonesia Bapak Ibu. India, Indonesia ya. I for India, I for Indonesia ya Bapak Ibu. Ya, jadi saya minta tolong Bapak Ibu bisa membantu pakai ya gaya ini ya Bapak Ibu. Ya kita kan ada banyak gaya tapi yang pakai yang ini dulu ya Bapak Ibu. Ya kita pakai ini yang jadi saya ambil yang screen pertama ya Bapak Ibu yang pakai ini India Indonesia Bapak Ibu. Oke, India Indonesia. Oke, halaman yang satu, dua, tiga. Oke, Bapak Ibu, ini sudah ada. Ya, sekali lagi Bapak Ibu yang masih yang halaman yang satu ya. Sekali lagi Bapak Ibu yang pakai India Indonesia ya. Yang satu, dua, tiga. Oke, Bapak Ibu, ini sudah ada halaman yang satu. Terima kasih banyak Bapak Ibu untuk partisipasinya. Nah, untuk yang halaman yang kedua, Bapak Ibu, silakan Bapak Ibu yang mau aktifin kamera di halaman yang kedua, silakan bisa aktifin. Ya, silakan. Jadi kita bisa ambil langsung. Oke, satu, ya Bapak Ibu sama ya, India Indonesia Bapak Ibu. Satu, dua, tiga. Oke, Bapak Ibu udah ambil ini. Sekali lagi Bapak Ibu yang ingin mau mau ikut silakan Bapak Ibu sekali lagi. Satu, dua, tiga. Oke, sudah didaftarkan. Oke. Oke, jadi Bapak Ibu sekali lagi terima kasih banyak Bapak Ibu yang semuanya yang gabung hari ini. Terima kasih, salam sehat semuanya. Selamat siang. Terima kasih. Thank you everyone. Terima kasih.
Developers, where the students proactively research, they plan, they align
Ya
their
Bu,
choices
ya
with their
makasih ya Bu.
personal
Thank you Bu.
and
Makasih.
interests. So these are the four categories of career decision makers, which is a research published by Professor Dickens.
Oke, terima kasih Pak.
So let us at the
Ya, sama-sama
conclusion.
Bapak, sama-sama Bapak Ibu. Terima kasih semuanya.
Conclusion
Thank you so much. Salam sehat ya semua Bapak Ibu. Terima kasih ya. Thank you.
Di situ nggak ini sih kok. Enggak, mau melengkapi data. Apakah dulu di